Hi. Welcome. I'm reading out the quotes of Dalai Lama. In order to become prosperous, a person must initially work very hard, so he or she has to sacrifice a lot of leisure time. You have to start giving first, and expect absolutely nothing. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. Forget the failures. Keep the lessons. There are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday, and the other is called tomorrow. Today is the right day to love, believe, do and mostly live. Blessing must arise from within your own mind. It is not something that comes from outside. You must lead a good life. And a good life does not mean just good food, good clothes, good shelter. These are not sufficient. A good motivation is what is needed. Compassion, without dogmatism, without complicated philosophy, just understanding that others are human brothers and sisters, and respecting their rights and human dignity. Give the ones you love wings to fly, roots to come back, and reasons to stay. I pray for all of us, oppressor and friend, that together we may succeed in building a better world, through human understanding and love. We can live without religion and meditation, but we cannot survive without human affection. I always consider that the shape of the future is in our hands. The past is past and can't be changed, but the future has not yet arrived. Young people have the opportunity and responsibility to shape it, by creating a better world. Every day, think as you wake up, today I am fortunate to be alive, I have a precious human life, I am not going to waste it. I am going to use all my energies to develop myself, to expand my heart out to others, to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. I am going to have kind thoughts towards others, I am not going to get angry, or think badly about others. I am going to benefit others, as much as I can. We are visitors on this planet. We are here for 90 or 100 years at the very most. During that period, we must try to do something good, something useful with our lives. If you contribute to other people's happiness, you will find the true goal, the true meaning of life. When the positive qualities of your mind increase, and the negativities decrease, that is what blessing means. Blessing refers to the development of virtuous qualities you did not previously have, and the improvement of those good qualities you have already developed. So actual blessing is received when the mind's virtuous attributes gain strength, and its defective characteristics weaken or deteriorate. Never give up. No matter what is happening, no matter what is going on around you, never give up. Through difficult experiences, life sometimes becomes more meaningful. Hard times build determination and inner strength. Through them, we can also come to appreciate the uselessness of anger. Instead of getting angry, nurture a deep caring and respect for troublemakers, because by creating such trying circumstances, they provide us with invaluable opportunities to practice tolerance and patience. Sometimes, one creates a dynamic impression by saying something, and sometimes one creates as significant an impression by remaining silent. If your heart has peace, nothing can disturb you. The demarcation between a positive and a negative desire or action is not whether it gives you an immediate feeling of satisfaction, but whether it ultimately results in positive or negative consequences. The ultimate source of my mental happiness is my peace of mind. Nothing can destroy this except my own anger. Whether one is rich or poor, educated or illiterate, religious or non-believing, man or woman, black, white, or brown, we are all the same. Each of us has hopes, worries, fears, and dreams. Each of us wants the best for our family and loved ones. We all experience pain when we suffer loss and joy when we achieve what we seek. On this fundamental level, religion, ethnicity, culture, and language make no difference. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. If you have peace of mind, when you meet with problems and difficulties, they won't disturb your inner peace. You'll be able to employ your human intelligence more effectively. But, if your mental state is disturbed, full of emotion, it is very difficult to cope with problems, because the mind that is full of emotion is biased, unable to see reality. So whatever you do will be unrealistic and naturally fail. When we are caught up in a destructive emotion, we lose one of our greatest assets: our independence. If it can be solved, there's no need to worry, and if it can't be solved, worry is of no use. Peace, in the sense of the absence of war, is of little value to someone who is dying of hunger or cold. Peace can only last where human rights are respected, where the people are fed, and where individuals and nations are free. Pain can change you, but that doesn't mean it has to be about change. Take that pain, and turn it into wisdom. Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Cultivating a close, warm-hearted feeling for others automatically puts the mind at ease. It is the principal source of success in life. Since we are not solely material creatures, it is a mistake to place all our hopes for happiness on external development alone. The key is to develop inner peace. Remember that the best relationship is one in which your love for each other exceeds your need for each other. The period of greatest gain in knowledge and experience is the most difficult period in one's life. True happiness comes from having a sense of inner peace and contentment, which in turn must be achieved by cultivating altruism, love and compassion, and by eliminating anger, selfishness and greed. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Everyone wants a happy life without difficulties or suffering. We create many of the problems we face. No one intentionally creates problems, but we tend to be slaves to powerful emotions like anger, hatred and attachment that are based on misconceived projections about people and things. We need to find ways of reducing these emotions by eliminating the ignorance that underlies them and applying opposing forces. A disciplined mind leads to happiness, and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering. When you talk, you are only repeating something you already know. But, if you listen, you may learn something new. The goal is not to be better than the other man, but your previous self. One problem with our current society is that we have an attitude towards education, as if it is there to simply make you more clever, make you more ingenious, is to effect changes from within to develop a good heart. You must not hate those who do wrong or harmful things, but with compassion, you must do what you can to stop them, for they are harming themselves, as well as those who suffer from their actions. Smile, if you want a smile from another face. The planet does not need more successful people. The planet desperately needs more peacemakers, healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of all kinds. The topic of compassion is not at all religious business. It is important to know it is human business. It is a question of human survival. When reason ends, then anger begins. Therefore, anger is a sign of weakness. Don't ever mistake my silence for ignorance, my calmness for acceptance, or my kindness for weakness. Compassion and tolerance are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. Happiness doesn't always come from a pursuit. Sometimes, it comes when we least expect it. Those who have little interest in spirituality shouldn't think that human inner values don't apply to you. The inner peace of an alert and calm mind are the source of real happiness and good health. Anger is the ultimate destroyer of your own peace of mind. The whole purpose of religion is to facilitate love and compassion, patience, tolerance, humility, and forgiveness. Choose to be optimistic, it feels better. Old friends pass away, new friends appear. It is just like the days. An old day passes, a new day arrives. The important thing is to make it meaningful, a meaningful friend, or a meaningful day. The ultimate source of happiness is not money and power, but warm-heartedness. To conquer oneself is a greater victory than to conquer thousands in a battle. When we feel love and kindness toward others, it not only makes others feel loved and cared for, but it helps us also to develop inner happiness and peace. It is very important to generate a good attitude, a good heart, as much as possible. From this, happiness in both the short term and the long term, for both yourself and others, will come. Take into account that great love and great achievements involve great risk. The way to change others' minds is with affection, and not anger. If you have compassion, you will be a happier person. All religions have an equal potential to create a good human being, and that is enough to command mutual respect. We have a variety of people, that's why we need a variety of religious traditions. Think about others, and your own problem appears insignificant. Think only of oneself, and even a small problem appears unbearable. Anxiety brings anger. Anger destroys our health and friendly atmosphere in our home. If you take a more self-centered attitude, then more anxiety, more stress. That is what automatically creates hypocrite way, saying something nice, doing something different. That destroys trust from others. Thank you. Kindly subscribe, and keep supporting us.